and welcome to today's vlog. I'm here with Rocco. Mallory is sat next to me as well. Do you want to come and say hello? Here's my big baby. So this week's vlog is just a little life update. Rocco is rolling on the floor in front of me because he wants his belly wrapped. Anyway, I am getting distracted by cats as per usual. So what I'm trying to tell you is this week's vlog is a little life update. I'm going to tell you what I've been up to lately, and I'm going to tell you what our plans for the next few weeks are. Hey buddy. So it is the end of October, it's almost Halloween, and in 3 days I think, so it's Wednesday today, our pre-travel day is on Friday, and then on Saturday we are flying back to Orlando. I am incredibly excited. I will tell you a little bit more about that later, but first, what have I been up to? Not a huge amount really. This holiday is costing an absolute fortune, and with the pound in the bin at the moment, it's going to be a really pricey holiday for us. Prices had already gone up. Luckily we've sort of paid for everything, you know, bar food and whatever we want to buy while we're out there, but it is, I think, going to be quite an expensive trip this time. So we've sort of been saving all our money and we haven't really done much. We did, at the end of September, we did go up to Blackpool for a few days. Neil really wanted to ride Enzo on the Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and I will drop the link below because I did vlog our day at the Pleasure Beach. It was lots of fun. It was nice to see my brother and his wife, and luckily we didn't have to spend too much when we were away. It was nice to go away. The other things I've been up to, I tried to catch up with my Goodreads challenge. I was about 9 books behind, and I am now, I think, well back on track for my 50 books this year. One of the things I did read was all the Hunger Games books. So I started with the recently released prequel. I read that first, and then I read the 3, you know, original Hunger Games books, and then I decided to watch all the films, which was a lot of fun. I do really like the Hunger Games. It is one of my favourite book trilogies. It's one of my favourite book trilogies, and I reread it a bunch of times now. Some of the other books that I read were some of the alternative fairy tales by Christina Henry. If you haven't read any of those before, I highly recommend them. She sort of takes classic tales, turns them on their head a bit, and gives you like a reworking of them. So I read Lost Boy, which was really good. There are 3 Alice in Wonderland books, which are really good. But yeah, if you like sort of a dark, spooky fantasy type book, definitely check out the Christina Henry books. I will say that the Alice books particularly have some themes of abuse, so just bear that in mind if you're going to pick them up and read them. But yeah, I read a bunch of books lately. That was really fun. What have I been watching on TV? Again, not a huge amount. I watched a thing on BBC Three called The Wreck. You can find it on BBC iPlayer, and it was daft. It was sort of, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was set on a cruise ship, and some kid had sort of got onto a cruise ship to find his missing sister, and he sort of uncovers a conspiracy that involves very rich people. It was proper mad, and if you like sort of silly things, it is worth a watch. I watched I think there were 8 episodes. I watched them all in one day. It was easy to watch, and it was, you know, light, easy to watch viewing. So yeah, give The Wreck on BBC iPlayer a go. And then this week I restarted The US Office, one of my favourite programmes. I couldn't even tell you how many times I've rewatched it now, but yeah, one of my all-time favourite shows. So I'm rewatching that at the moment, and I think I've just started, let me just check, season 4. I'm just on season 4 episode 1, so I'm really proud of how much of The Office I've been able to watch lately. So other than that, I've been working. Health-wise, I've had a few issues lately, and if you follow me on Twitter you will know that I am now on the waiting list for some spinal surgery. Finally, after a very long time on a waiting list and some extra pushing from my orthopedic consultant, finally got to speak to somebody about my back, and they have agreed that I am a candidate for surgery. My stenosis in my spine is pretty severe. The consultant actually congratulated me on my ability to still function because things are pretty bad in my spine, but they're fairly confident that they can get in there and do something about it. It might mean another surgery in the future, but yeah, I'm pretty confident that it can help. So I'm just on a waiting list for that now. We'll see how long that takes to come through. Hopefully not too long, because my back pain is pretty bad, but you know, waiting lists are long at the moment. It can't really be helped. So we'll wait and see when we get a date for that. Also, something I've talked about on Instagram and Twitter, and again, you'll find the links for those below. I've been having a lot of bowel issues. I'm under the care of the colorectal team and the pelvic floor team, and I've had some tests. I had a colonography, which again, I've vlogged about just to try and help people that might have to have one. I'll put the link for that below as well. And I had some blood tests and things. I'm waiting on the results for those at the moment, to see if they can fix my bowel issues, because I've got a bit of an ongoing bowel related nightmare at the moment. But hopefully my stomach will behave itself for my holiday, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Other than that, my health is pretty much the same, still very migrainey. I've had some shocking migraines recently. I am on a new migraine treatment, and since I started this new treatment, my migraines have, I think, really changed in their severity. I'm on the list for a callback from the neurology nurse in probably about 6 weeks, just to see how things are going. But at the moment I'm not terribly confident that this new medication's working, but we'll see. I'm due another injection this week. We'll see what happens. So I think that's it really for what we've been up to. Like I said, we haven't got a huge amount of money. We spent it all on Disney, so we've sort of done nothing getting ready to go on holiday. On to my big news. What am I going to be up to soon? So as you might have guessed, I am going on holiday. We're going back to Florida. We are staying at Port Orleans French Quarter. I'm so excited. We were originally supposed to be staying at All Star Movies, but if you followed any of my last Disney trip, which if you haven't watched them already, please go and watch them. They're really good videos. They're fun, they're honest, and they give you, I think, a nice insight into being disabled in Disney. Anyway, I digress with my shameless self-promotion. After staying at Coronado Springs, which is such a big resort, we quite often struggled with the buses and found that they were very, very busy because of how big the resort is, and because the bus goes to all the other stops first before the stop closest to us. We often found it quite difficult to get on with the wheelchair, so either there was no space for the wheelchair to go on because there were already people in the seats, and then we had to fold the wheelchair up, which is a bit of a nightmare, so it wasn't ideal for us. And yeah, we found the buses a little too busy sometimes because of how big the resort was. And when I'd looked into All Star Movies and the way the transport works at All Star Movies, we figured it was going to be kind of the same problem. And sort of for us, ease of getting around is a big issue. So the ease of me being able to use the wheelchair and getting around on the transport is a big deal. So actually we decided to splash out a little bit more, as this is going to be our last Disney holiday for quite some time, and we decided to go and stay at Port Orleans. So our original booking way back in 2020, before the world descended into a fiery pit of chaos, our original booking was Port Orleans Riverside. So we looked about, we'd watched some videos, and eventually we decided that Port Orleans French Quarter would be a really good option for us. It looks fantastic. I'm really into the theming of it. So yeah, we're booked there and I am so excited. We're going for 2 weeks. We're going to see Halloween and Disney in the parks, which is really cool. We tried to get tickets for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, but because the days that we are there are like the busiest Halloween days, so the 30th and the 31st. The tickets were really expensive for a start and also sold out. So we are unfortunately going to miss Not So Scary. So yeah, it's a shame we're not going to get to the party, but I will be able to see all the decorations and see what everything looks like for Halloween. So I'm really excited about that. But we did manage to snag some Very Merry Christmas tickets. We've got, I think, tickets for the second night. We thought the opening night would be pretty busy and probably full of people videoing it. So we thought we would give the second night a go. Again, it starts quite close to the end of our holiday, so our dates to go to Very Merry Christmas were quite limited. But yeah, we've got a ticket. I'm really excited to go and see Christmas and see Christmas parades and just be immersed in Disney at Christmas. We are also planning to go to Universal. Neil is incredibly excited to ride a Velocicoaster. I will not be riding it because I'm terrified of roller coasters. I thought Expedition Everest was terrifying, so you're not going to be getting me on Velocicoaster. But Neil's really excited. We're only going to the one park at Universal, just Islands of Adventure, because that's where all the roller coasters Neil wants to do are. So we're excited for that. Neil's especially excited. We have got an Eat to the Beat booking at Le Cellier. We are doing the dining package to get priority seating to see Boyz II Men. Oh, how exciting. I'm really excited to see Boyz II Men. Huge 90s throwback. And yeah, we booked a dining package to guarantee our seating, and when I looked at the different restaurants that were offering the Eat to the Beat package for the Food and Wine Festival, the only one that had sort of really good gluten-free options was Le Cellier. So it is a little bit pricey, but I'm excited to go and try the food. I'm really excited to go and see Boyz II Men at Epcot. I can't wait. I can't wait. We also recently found out that Fantasmic will be restarting whilst we're there. I did look into getting the fireworks, the dining package at the Brown Derby, Hollywood Brown Derby, you know what I mean. I looked at getting the fireworks dining package, but it is incredibly expensive, and the gluten-free options were kind of crap. All of the places that offer that Fantasmic fireworks package were really expensive, and none of them really had a great gluten-free option. So we've decided just to wing it. I think it will be really busy because it is going to be sort of the opening nights of Fantasmic. We're looking to go in our second week, so it will have been open for a few nights by then, so hopefully it won't be as busy. Because we've got the wheelchair, there is designated disabled seating, so hopefully we'll get a seat and get a good view and be able to watch Fantasmic. I've never seen it before. I'm really excited to see it because the general consensus seems to be that it's an amazing show. We've also got a beer spa booked, which I've never done anything like this before. We've seen a few videos on it and it looks weird and fun. So we're doing a beer spa, which is down over on iDrive near Icon Park. We're having a bit of a day at Icon Park as well. We're going to do the sea life there. We might do the Orlando Eye, which is when my brother got married in 2019. And we might do the Star Flyer, I think. I think Neil will definitely do it. I'm in two minds as to whether I want to do it or not, but we'll see. So yeah, we're going to spend a little bit of time down on iDrive and over at Icon Park. So yeah, that should be really exciting as well. We've got some rest days planned. We are sort of planning our time a little differently this time around. When we were there in May, we had an incredibly busy first week and it sort of wiped us out a little bit. But because we have been lucky enough to get 2 trips so close together in 1 year, we feel like we nailed most of the things we really wanted to do back in May, so we can take things a little bit easier this time. We have got a couple of dining reservations booked, not too many because we're not that fussed about, you know, those dining reservations. So yeah, we've got a couple of set firm plans in place, but mostly we're just going to see what happens. We're hoping to sort of utilize extra magic hours a little better this time, so we didn't spend that many evenings in the park. So this time around we're looking to maybe start our day a little later and stay in the parks a little longer and just sort of mix it up a little bit and maybe have more rest mornings or more rest afternoons and just sort of change up the way we do it so we're not so tired in that second week this time. We're both really excited. It was hard to be excited about it in May because of having to do the COVID testing and the LFTs before you flew, and this time it just feels a bit, you know, we've been able to get excited about it sooner and just really look forward to it. So yeah, Neil and I are really excited for the food and for the cocktails. Not so much the cocktails, I don't think American cocktails are very nice, but Neil's excited about the beer. I'm excited about popcorn. But yeah, I've had my holiday nails done, I've had my holiday hair done. We're pretty much packed now. We've just got to pack the bags sort of properly and check the weight and everything. I think we'll be fine. We're not taking a huge amount. We're packing fairly lightly. I've got a lot of sort of medically things that need to come with me, which do take up the space, but you know, we're almost there. There won't be any vlogs from me for a couple of weeks just because I've got nothing to tell you and I'll be on holiday anyway, and I'm not going to be wasting my holiday time editing and uploading vlogs. I will potentially be, I might upload a couple of shorts onto YouTube whilst I'm away, and I'll definitely be updating my stories over on Instagram, so you know, look out for those if you want to follow along with my journey. I'm not vlogging a huge amount this time, just a couple of specific bits, like I'm gonna vlog our day at Universal, and I will certainly be vlogging the beer spa, and I think I might rank my rides at each park, but other than that we're not going to sort of do an overall vlog of the holiday. I will do a room and resort tour because I always think those are quite helpful and useful for other people. That is it. That's my update for what's been going on in my life and what's coming up for the next few weeks. Please drop a comment below if there's anything you'd like me to specifically find out or cover whilst we're in Florida. I'm always happy to help out. Don't forget to catch up with my last series, the playlist I will link below. And yeah, that's it really. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another video.